Guys, when I was in high school, specifically when I was in grade 9 and 10, I loved hip hop. I knew all the lyrics to Nelly's EI. I one day wore a Band-Aid on my face, because that's what Nelly did. He wore a Band-Aid on his face. And I told everybody that I had cut myself shaving, which is a blatant lie, because I did not have any facial hair. It could have been that I popped a pimple too, but I think I said that later on in the day, because it made more sense. I wore triple XL baggy t-shirts that looked like dresses. I wore baggy jeans that hung off my ass. I had gel spiky hair, and I had braces with pink and sometimes orange rubber bands in them. And I thought I was so tough. Like any high schooler who listens to hip hop at that time, I thought I was in these streets and I was just so tough. And our school was a little bit rougher in Richmond, BC, and R.C. Palmer. At the time I was there was a prominent presence of drug dealers and gang members, and there was this one guy, his name was Zafar, and he always wore Kappa tracksuits, or those black and white tracksuits, or he wore North Face puffy jackets. He had a scar on his face, and he had always a diamond earring, and he was someone you did not want to mess with. He always looked angry and always looked like he wanted to fight you. During snow days, when everyone was throwing snowballs, he and his friends would find one kid and push him down and kick snow at him. He was kind of a jerk, kind of a little bit of an asshole. And there were rumors of, like, there were some violent rumors that he would, so there were rumors of violence and things and scary things that would make you not want to mess with him. And so there was also a rumor one day that someone had stolen $20 from his wallet. $20 from his locker. And it was a Chinese kid with baggy clothes that had stolen $20 from him. So one day his friend Kanea comes to me, and Kanea is the tallest, skinniest South Asian fellow I've ever seen. He also wears black and white Kappa tracksuits. And he's like, yo, Zafar wants to talk to you. And I was like, okay, that's cool. I always said, yeah, that's cool. I was like, pretty cool, dude. That's cool, okay. What does he want to talk about? I don't know, he wants to talk to you. He wants to talk to you right now. I said, okay, that's cool. Where does he want to talk? He wants to talk to you in the parking lot. Oh, which parking lot? The Science Wing parking lot. Oh, the parking lot that's behind the school that no one parks in, nobody knows about. But yeah, that parking lot. Okay, that's cool. So I go to this parking lot that's nobody parks in, and it's hidden from anybody and nobody knows where it is. And it's me, and it's Kanea, and it's Zafar, and also it's my friend Jeevan, who is really nice. And I'm like, okay, he's here. Nothing bad can happen. I'm cool. And I was like, oh, so what do you want to chat about? And he just looks at me. He just looks at me for a really long time. And then he looks behind me, and I'm just like, okay. I start to look behind me, and there's nothing behind me. And then I turn back, and all I see is a giant flying fist coming out of my face, and all I have time to do is this. And so his fist flies into my braces, and the metal nuggets stick into his fist, and it fucks up his hand. And he's like, oh, fuck, did you take $20 from me? I'm like, no, I didn't. He's like, okay, and he storms off with the rest of the guys. And I'm there in this empty parking lot, and I'm like shaking. I'm like shaking with adrenaline. I'm like so scared. I'm so scared that later on, I reach out to a mutual friend, and I give him $20. I'm like, I'm so sorry, Kanea had some Chinese kid with baggy clothes steal $20 from him. Please give him this and tell him we're all cool. And so I'm here in this parking lot, and I just realized that was the first time I got punched in the face. It sucks. I'm not as not as tough as I thought I was. And when I tell this story, I say this is the story of how braces saved my life. But I recently told that story to a high school friend of mine, Utah. We were on the phone and I told him the story just because it's kind of one of those funny memories I like to keep from high school. And he said to me, "Did you know that Zafar is dead?"
Oh.
And I was like, because I had always imagined telling this story and inviting Zafar out to this event and just laughing about it and just like, you know, and maybe he buys me a beer because I gave him that $20. I was like, I really. But you know, if he was here, I would really love to say thank you for being the first person that's punched me in the face and for making me just a little bit tougher. But I also hope that I can find another story about you, because I like to remember people and by sharing a story from them. So I hope to tell a story again, but also in the future find another story about him that I can share that's a little bit nicer than this one, but this is the only story I have with him in my life. So thank you for your time.